Assalamu alaikum. This is Protusha Burwal welcoming you to the English news from Btv Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Bilateral issues discussed as U.S. Special Envoy Sergio Gore calls on Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. Election Commission begins preparations for local government elections, including finalization of voter list. Some parties creating chaos and spreading rumors through social media to disrupt development, comments Information and Broadcasting Minister. Government aims to provide welfare to all people regardless of religion, caste and tribe, says State Minister for Land. Government working to improve quality of medical education, including development of health sector, informs State Minister for Health. Tehran prepares retaliatory attacks as U.S. warns of continuous severe strikes on Iran. And Bangladesh cricket team in Australia for Test series in 23 years. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman called for continued U.S. investment in Bangladesh, particularly in warehousing, soybean, cotton, wheat and information technology sector. The Premier made the call when visiting U.S. President Special Envoy for South and Central Asia Sergio Gore paid a courtesy call on him at the Prime Minister's office in the Tejgal this morning. The two sides discussed bilateral relations, trade and investment, regional cooperation and other issues of mutual interest during the meeting. The meeting was held in a warm and cordial atmosphere. The Prime Minister invited U.S. investment in warehousing, soybean, cotton, wheat and other agricultural sectors, saying such investments would help build a strong and competitive supply chain. The two sides also exchanged views on investment opportunities through the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation, DFC. The Prime Minister urged the United States to continue its investment in Bangladesh, while the Special Envoy said Washington would work positively to expand DFC Investment Corporation in the country. Sergio Gore also informed the Prime Minister that U.S. investors in Dhaka are keen to organize a U.S. Investor Summit in Bangladesh in the near future and that he is personally working to facilitate the initiative. The proposed visit of a delegation from the U.S. Bangladesh Business Council to Bangladesh next month also came up for discussion. The meeting also discussed expanding cooperation between Bangladesh and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA. Sergio Gore assured the Prime Minister that he would support the resumption of FDA inspection activities in Bangladesh. During the meeting, Gore highly appreciated Prime Minister Tariq Rahman's leadership, saying stability is being firm to Bangladesh under his leadership. As an indication of this, he said the United States has positively revised its travel advisory for Bangladesh, which would send an important message to U.S. investors that the country is now ready for investment. The Special Envoy said Bangladesh has significant potential in its sector, IT sector, and could become a partner in Pax Silica initiative in the future. He also assured the Prime Minister that he would take initiatives in this regard. The Rohingya crisis also featured in the discussions. Sharing his experience from his visit to the Rohingya camps in Cox's Bazar on Friday, Gore praised the government and people of Bangladesh for providing shelter to the forcibly displaced Myanmar nationals and continuing humanitarian assistance for them. The Prime Minister noted that the United States provide more than half of international assistance for the Rohingyas and expressed gratitude to the US government and people for their continued support. The special envoy stressed the need for a swift, sustainable, and political solution to the Rohingya crisis and underscored the importance of coordinated efforts involving ASEAN, neighboring countries, and all other relevant stakeholders. Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman, State Minister for Foreign Affairs Shama Obaid Aslam, Prime Minister's Advisor on Foreign Affairs Humayun Kobir, Prime Minister's Advisor Mahdi Amin and Rahman Asif Assad, Bangladesh Ambassador to the US Tariq Muhammad Ariful Islam, and US Ambassador to Bangladesh Brent T. Christensen and other senior officials were present at the meeting. Although a final decision has not been yet made regarding the local government elections, the Election Commission has begun overall preparations for conducting the polls. Both the Government and Election Commission have indicated that the long-awaited local government elections could be held in September or October. The Commission said that preparations are currently being made based on the list of registered voters as of 31 July. However, no official directive has been issued regarding which tiers of local government elections will be held or when they will take place. The Election Commission's Senior Secretary said the Commission is reviewing various aspects of the existing election laws, code of conduct and electoral regulations governing local government polls. Once approved by the Commission, the necessary amendments and subsequent procedures will be implemented. At the same time, work is underway to update the voter list, collect information on polling stations, and resolve claims and objections. The Election Commission further stated that there is no significant shortage of election materials for the upcoming polls. If necessary, a limited quantity of additional equipment will be procured. The Senior Secretary also said that the same long-lasting indelible ink used in the most recent national election is planned to be used in the local government elections. Information and Broadcasting Minister Johiruddin Shapun said, philosophy should be promoted more widely in society to help ensure peace for humanity. He made the call today while speaking as the chief guest at the international conference titled Philosophy for Peace at the TSC Auditorium of the University of Dhaka. The minister said there is no alternative to the study of philosophy, human values, and ethical practices to ensure lasting peace for humanity. State Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change Sheikh Fardul Islam, Dhaka University Vice-Chancellor Professor Dr. ABM Obaidul Islam, Jahangirnagar University Vice-Chancellor Professor Dr. Muhammad Kamrul Hassan, and other distinguished academics also spoke in the conference. Speaker said in the face of growing violence, conflict and division around the world, it is essential to strengthen the practice of philosophy, human values, ethics and mutual tolerance to promote peace. A discussion titled 15 Years of Fascism and the 2024 Mass Uprising and a photo exhibition were held at the Jatiya Press Club. Bangladesh Photojournalist Association and Amra BNP Poribar jointly organized the program today. Speaking as the chief guest, Information and Broadcasting Minister Johiruddin Shapun said, a vested quarter is trying to destabilize the country by creating unrest on the streets and spreading rumors on social media. He also accused they are trying to obstruct the development work of the BNP government elected by the people after anti-autocracy movement. At the same event, Liberation War Affairs Minister Ahmed Azam Khan said, BNP Poribar stood by the families of those killed and injured in the July movement and will continue to support them. Prime Minister's additional press secretary Atikur Rahman Ruman said a group is trying to create instability by using the July movement to spread propaganda against the Prime Minister. He said the July movement was led by the people and BNP has never taken sole credit for it. Prime Minister's Deputy Press Secretary Jahidul Islam Rani, Prime Minister Photojournalist Association President, Jatiyo Press Club President, and other journalist leaders also addressed the program. The guests later visited the photo exhibition on 15 years of fascism and 2024 mass uprising. Relief materials has been distributed among flood-affected people and members of social organization Protashi in Hatachari of Chattogram. State Minister for Land and Chittagong Hill Tracts Affairs Barrister Mir Muhammad Hilal Uddin distributed these relief materials among the affected people at the convention center of Sharkarhat of the Upazila. He said that the BNP and the government led by Prime Minister Tareq Rahman believe in serving the people. The government's aim is to ensure the welfare of all people of the country, regardless of religion, caste, and tribe. The state minister said that the people are the real owners of the country and the main responsibility of the government is to serve them. Upazila Nirbhai Officer Mohammad Abdul Al Mumin, Upazila BNP leaders and local dignitaries were present at the program, presided over by the organization's executive director Munwara Begum. State Minister for Health and Family Welfare Professor Dr. M.A. Mohit said, the government is working on improving the quality of medical education, increasing the capacity of hospitals, recruiting necessary manpower, and implementing ongoing development projects on a priority basis. He said this at a V-Exchange meeting with teachers and students at Chattogram Medical College today. The students highlighted the educational environment, housing crisis, infrastructural development, shortage of modern medical equipment, and various problems of the hospital. Chattogram Medical College Hospital Director Brigadier General Dr. Taslim Uddin presided over, while City Mayor Dr. Shahadat Hussain, Member of Parliament Muhammad Abu Sufyan, doctors and senior officials of the Health Department attended the occasion. Later, the State Minister for Health visited Pahartuli Eye Hospital in Chattogram and exchanged views with the concerned ones. State Minister for Land and Chittagong Hill Tracts Affairs Barrister Mir Muhammad Hilal Uddin, Member of Parliament Said Al Noman were present on the occasion. Bangladesh National Blind Welfare Association Chattogram and Chattogram Eye Hospital and Training Centre organized a citizens' morning meeting commemorating renowned ophthalmologist Professor Dr. Rubil Hussain at a convention center in the city today. State Minister for Health and Family Welfare Dr. M.A. Mohit was the chief guest at the event. The speaker said Dr. Rubil Hussain was a visionary humanitarian physician. He worked tirelessly in providing eye care to the underprivileged and marginalized people. Member of Parliament Said Al Noman, Treasurer of Chattogram Eye Hospital and Training Centre Rizwan Shahidi, President of the Executive Committee of Mao Shishu Hospital S.M. Murshid Hussain, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Ganashastha Kendra Shirin Parveen Haq, Director of Dhaka Spahani Eye Hospital Dr. Faisal, Chief Consultant of Mymensingh BNSBK Jamal Hospital Dr. Saiful Islam Bhuiya, and other prominent doctors and professional leaders, among others, addressed the occasion. Now, international news. The United States has planned a wave of new strikes on Iran as soon as this weekend. Trump, speaking at a cabinet meeting earlier Friday, previewed a renewal of heavy strikes while venting anger at diplomatic efforts that have fallen short. "We will be hitting them very hard," Trump said. "At some point they are going to say we just can't take it anymore." He met with cabinet officials at Camp David as the administration seeks an exit ramp from the expanding conflict. The Trump administration has been leery of striking Iran's energy infrastructure over concern that Tehran could retaliate against Gulf infrastructure sites and shock global energy markets already under strain from the war. There is no indication Israel will take part in a new wave of U.S. strikes on Iran. Meanwhile, an Iranian official has said Iran has prepared a comprehensive response to any U.S. attacks and that it includes vital U.S. and Israeli infrastructure. At least 57 migrants trying to reach the Spanish territory of Ceuta have died after breaching the border from Morocco as tens of thousands of people entered the enclave in the past 24 hours. The Spanish government confirmed the raised death toll on Friday evening. Earlier in the day, Juan Jesus Vivas, the regional president of the North African Spanish enclave, had told reporters that 34 people had perished without giving details about how they died. He said about 60,000 people had crossed from Morocco into Ceuta by land and sea, many by swimming around a border barrier stretching into the water. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, who traveled the Ceuta on Friday, said his government was mobilizing all available resources in response to the situation. Back to national news. The Ala Hazrat conference titled Our Duties Over Building a Dowry and Drug-Free Society, organized by the Rajvia Nouriya Committee, Bangladesh, was held at the LGED Auditorium in the city today. The State Minister for Land and Chittagong Hill Tracts Affairs, Barrister Mir Muhammad Hilal Uddin, was the chief guest, while Member of Parliament Abu Sufyan was special guest in the conference. The chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Rajvia Nouriya, Anjuman Muhammad Abul Qasim Nouri, presided over, while members of the organization and Islamic religious leaders addressed the event. The speakers emphasized the importance of social movements to prevent dowry and drugs. Chattogram Veterinary and Animal Sciences University held a discussion meeting to mark July Uprising Day today. Member of Parliament Said Al-Noman was the main discussant at the university auditorium. Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Dr. Muhammad Lutfur Rahman, presided over, while the program was moderated by Assistant Professor Naima Firdausi Haq and Dr. Meher Nahid. Among others, Professor Dr. Nurul Haq, Professor Dr. A.K.M. Saifuddin, Professor Dr. Muhammad Rashidul Alum also spoke at the event. The 46th Annual General Meeting of Baitul Sharaf Anjuman Najwan was held at Baitul Sharaf Complex at Thunialapara in Chattogram. Moderated by General Secretary K.M. Imranul Islam, the organization's main patron Sheikh Alama Abdul Habinotbi was the chief guest in the meeting. President of Baitul Sharaf Anjuman Najwan, Hafiz Maulana Muhammad Shah Alam, among others, was present at the general meeting. The speakers called upon the youth to build their lives according to the rules of Sharia and Tariqah, alongside religious education and social service. Later, prayers were offered for the welfare of the country and the Muslim Ummah. Now, sports news. Cricket. The first squad of Bangladesh national cricket team has departed for their historic Test series in Australia, ending a 23-year bilateral red ball drought on Australian soil. The initial contingent of the 17-member squad left Dhaka's Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport last night, flying out in separate batches. Test captain Najmul Hussain Shantu leads the initial group, which includes Muminul Haq and Mushfiqur Rahim, alongside younger batters Tanzid Hassan Tamim and uncapped talent Omid Hassan. Head coach Phil Simons, newly appointed batting coach Mohammad Ashraful, and assistant coach Mustaq Ahmed have travelled with the first group to oversee immediate conditioning camps. The rest of the playing, sport and support staff will leave over the coming days on subsequent flights.